Hey guys, so we are four after. I guess we'll start the meeting. I don't think anyone else will join us. If they do, we'll catch up with them in the middle. Let's begin by getting some introductions from the newcomers. Joel, I don't think you've gotten a chance to introduce yourself yet. So could you please do that?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Hi guys, my name is Joel. I'm Joel Sidichak. I'm from Kerala. I have been in the design for field for the past 2 years and uh, contributing to the open source projects in Kerala and outside Kerala. COVID Reksha and Corona source open source crowdsourced projects I have been worked on. So also I have worked with the path check of Karuna. So I just recently joined this community, Machinery. It's very challenging for me to understand the Machinery service mesh and things like that. So it seems a bit challenging. So I am very
Okay. Thanks, Joel. Glad to have you here. Tathagato, I don't think you've gotten a chance to introduce yourself on
a
this.
part of this project. So yeah, that's
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you got cut off there. I couldn't hear you. So, never mind. Tathagato, have you introduced yourself
Yeah.
on this call before?
Yeah, no. Hello, hello everyone. I am Tathagat Bhattacharjee. I have joined this community two weeks back. 2 weeks back. I am from Assam, India. I am currently in my third year pursuing BTech in computer science and engineering. I have been contributing to this, making PRs in the repositories, fixing small changes till now. But I look forward to uh, make.
Did he stop talking or did my connection go? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Aditya, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Awesome. Thanks, Tathagato. Okay, so since we don't have any more newcomers, let's start with our topics. The first topic is from Joel. He had redesigned the page for the Meshery.io programs page. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so just give it some time to render. Yeah, so this is the design that he came up with. Lee suggested some changes that we would still like it to be, of kind of a dark theme that we already have right now instead of a light colored theme. Any other changes that anything else that you guys would like to say with the people who are on the call right now? Or if Joel, if you want to add something to this.
yeah. Actually, the current color theme, and you can see the right there. The Machinery logo and the green color theme is not appropriate for the entire page. That's why I thought that I should move that from a new design. Also, the typography and the layout are missing, and that's why I came up with a new design. But he's continuously saying that we have to stick to the old design and the layout and the theme manually. So that's why I need some of your inputs to the design.
Yep. Sounds about right. So guys, if you guys want to say anything else from other people.
There were some updates from Leon's lab, but regarding the usage of similarity between this page and that of layerlive.io. So one thing that we want is we do want it to be similar, but not almost similar, because this UI looks exactly similar to layerlive.io, and we want to differentiate it somehow. And that was the main reason behind keeping the dark icon from layerlive.io.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Anything else? Did anything? Anyone else did Okay, we have something on the chat. MLH logo, is that the color? Yeah, I think so. Not too sure. Okay, yeah, true. Yeah, so what Nikhil said, I do agree with that. Also, I'm not too sure. Because I think Lee would be taking the last calls on the design. So I'm not too sure about what else we could say on this. Something that I would like personally, maybe we could lose the white nav bar over here. Like maybe we could make it green or just black. I think that's something that Lee said on chat as well, that we don't want it to be completely white and look similar to the layer 5 .io website. Okay. And no one else wants to say anything about this.
Actually, maybe I think maybe we can change the top navigation bar into the dark color. I don't think green will work since Meshari logo is only in green. There will be the contrast difference and difference between them.
Yeah.
So we cannot differentiate here.
So something that might help is if you take a look at some other pages that are on Meshari.io, because the main reason Lee does not want this to be white is because the other pages also have a similar contrast or something like this. So if you could just go through the Meshari.io website, so that like if somebody lands on the programs page, it shouldn't have a completely separate design from the rest of the website.
Yeah, I completely understand, but I think some changes have to be done from somewhere else.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Maybe I can start.
I think you got cut off.
Changing the layout from this page and move to the others, and after some time it's may just start only. That was my idea, just only. Yeah, asking for your opinions, and maybe Lee can take a final call on that.
Okay, yeah, that's something we could write that down in the minutes. Okay, I'll write it down in the minutes a little later. Okay, so anything else, Joel? Did you want to add something to that as well?
No, nothing. I just want to see your guys' opinion about the page design. That's it.
Okay, cool. Fine. So we'll move on to the next topic for now then. Nikhil, would you like to go?
Yeah, so actually, I thought Lee would be joining the call because there is again design updates or discussions that we should do.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I told him. But he said that actually he's writing a press release down for the new release of Meshari. So,
So basically, we need few textual updates on the learning view part. And apart from that, there might be some design changes here then which needs to be done before we can get the learning view part like. Because in the last year we had some dummy data there. I've removed them and cleaned up few of the unwanted code. So once the design changes are finalized, then we can move ahead and focus it. I mean that part of it.
okay, so even the content is ready for like the stuff.
Yeah, we have the 3 courses completely migrated. All the navigation and all is working. Everything is working as of now.
Okay, so could we talk about this on the community call then? Like that's what he said. Like if like
So that is one thing which is new, right? Once we can talk it on the committee call once we have it published, because then we will have all the design updates that needs to be done.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that because yeah, so Lee would have to take the final call on this. So
I think the last PR has been merged, so I will tag Lee in the meeting minutes itself to add his comment. If anything,
the last PR as in the PR that you made last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much. So yeah, you can tag him in the meeting minutes itself.
So let me know about if any further changes are needed. Once that's done, then I think we are good to go live with that.
So moving on is my topic. So for some time now, there has been a page made for the service mesh patterns, but the problem that we are facing right now is there aren't enough patterns for each of these to go around. So there are about there are 27 on this page, but there are about I think 43 to 47. We could some of them are similar, and some of them some of them we can use a similar image for, but some of them we cannot. So this is anybody can do this. Like, just open up Figma and try to whip up something of a pattern of sorts like this. Even I'm not too sure about if it has to be exactly or something sensible. I am not sure. Lee just said that let's try out making a few patterns so that we can have a different pattern on each of these cards. Also, another thing that we will be integrating into this is a modal. Okay, this leads to the talk, sorry. So what would happen is once we press on this card, it would open up a modal of sorts, which has the for example, I was like, we talked about this on the call as well. It would open up a modal like in e-commerce website when we go to buy groceries and stuff. So it would have the pattern on one side with the pattern details, and in the end there would be a button which would help us download the pattern. So we also need a design for the model. So if anyone is willing, like Joel is the only UXer here, but if anyone else wants to try their hand at Figma, they're more than welcome to. We really need a design for this page so that we can get this done. This will be a catalog that people can reference to when they want to get their hands on some service mesh patterns. So yeah, so that's all I had to say. And the handbook, we will be releasing the handbook pretty soon. It's almost good to go. If you guys could just give it a read, like anyone who's willing to like read it through, and just let us know if anything needs changes. The only thing that is left to be added here is an FAQ section. So after the FAQ section has been in this section, Zen, are you talking about the service mesh pattern or the handbook? Oh yeah, so yeah, for that where that page go? Yeah, so on this page, I was thinking that maybe we could put in a filter. I did try to put in a filter in my system locally. It's not looking as good yet. So we can either put a filter, or a search bar would also be helpful. But if there is a search bar, the problem would be the person would have to, like, this catalog is basically for anyone to look up a pattern and choose it according to their needs. For that, they would have to know, if there's a search over here, they would have to know the name of the pattern. I think a filter would be more helpful, but we could definitely try out both. Does anyone want to say anything on that? Like, should we go with the filter approach, or should we put in a search? Okay.
Maybe a search or a filter should work, I think, actually.
Yeah, even I think so, because we'll filter it on the basis of like pattern type. So on filter, they would be able to see some patterns with like the deployment or the workload patterns, and they would be able to choose accordingly. So I think a filter would be more helpful. So yeah, so we are working on putting on a filter here. Yeah, so moving on to the handbook again. So we only need to add an FAQ section to the handbook, and after that we will be releasing the handbook pretty soon. There's not exactly a problem, but the thing is, there's in the handbook like doc, the contribution section is of 15 pages, which I don't think would look nice in this handbook. Like 15 pages like of contribution is absurd. So we are going with only the contributing MD that we have in any of our repos, the similar contributing MD where you fork, create a branch and everything. And only part that I think Devopriya added is that the sign off part. So that's all. And then Once the FAQ is added, then we can release the handbook. Does anyone else have any idea, anything else that we could do with the handbook? Not on mute, right?
Right now, the projects page does not look pretty good. Like it's not very clear. Not this one, even the open PRs. We need to think of a better design to display all the projects, I think.
Yeah, let's
There are
take
two open PRs with the projects, but they look a little weird, I think.
Sorry about that. Did I lose my internet? You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
You're using a slash in front of you.
Yeah, no, my keyboard stopped working on me. You were saying the projects page? Yeah. So this page. Yeah, I think there are like, maybe we should scratch the GitHub logo. Like, I think there are too many logos that we are focusing on, right? Like, it's looking like there are too many logos on this page. The GitHub logo is not looking nice.
Yeah, even I was thinking.
Anyone else? Do you guys have any ideas with what we could do? We should be using the white, like the normal 5 logo instead of the dark one over here. Yeah, so maybe we should, yeah, I think we should lose the GitHub logos, and we don't need like the project page to also lead to the repositories, because we have a repository overview page for that. So we don't need to, also have GitHub repository links on this page. We could just give a brief about all the projects. That should be enough, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, they were if I think you were, if whoever wants to review the PR, if you guys could please let the contributor know about the changes. Yeah, so that's it. So like I said, we'll just add the FAQ and then we'll be good to release. And there is the doc is there in our drive. If you guys want to give it a look and want to suggest some changes, please go through it. Because for me, I think the content is a little lacking. Like on some of the pages, the content is a little lacking. So if anyone wants to go through the handbook and maybe suggest some changes, that would be great. Like, it's pretty, like it looks quite nice, but the content is a little lacking. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so these are all my topics only, so I'll keep speaking. So this is we have a discuss call out on this page, but we need that call out to be present in more places. So this is just a small call out. There's another big call out, but I don't remember the page which is on which it is on. So we need this call out to be present on some more pages that it might fit into, like maybe somewhere around here as well, so that people can engage more on our discussion forum. And it's not only on this website, like Meshery.io also does not have a lot of callouts that are pointing out to the discussion forum. So if you guys could look into where we could add a callout, and just make issues on that, or if you guys want to work on it, just make an issue and like just start working on it, because we really need more people to go to our discussion forum so that people engage here. Yeah, so this applies to all our websites, not only Meshery.io and Layer 5. So if you guys could look into that, that would be great. Like even I'll look into that. I'll also make some issues, and if you guys want to work on it, just comment. Yeah, so that's about it from the topics. Does anyone else want to talk about anything else? Otherwise, we are getting done pretty fast. Nothing.
So I had one item.
Yeah.
It was if anyone had any old browser version which doesn't support Web3, then they can let me know, because in Gatsby they provide a way through which we can render different types of images on a particular type. Like suppose we can render JPG or PNG images as Web3, but they do say that they provide a fallback mechanism at least before 3.0, Gatsby 3.0. But after Gatsby 3.0, I'm not able to find such fallback mechanism. So I want to test it out if that's actually working or not. If it's actually working, then we can set default as Web3, so that in some browsers, if Web3 doesn't render, it should render the original type of image.
Zen says he has. Yeah, he forgot to mention it. Zen has IE, so Zen can try it out.
Okay. Okay, then I'll get in touch with you on Slack. Then. I'll tell you what changes need to be done on the code so that you can build it locally and try it.
Also, Nikhil, something that I wanted to mention is I think there are some issues with the, like for example, with blogs, like Devopriya reached out to me, I think twice or thrice. If I start writing a new blog, the website just crashes the first time, right, Devopriya? Isn't that what that was happening to you, right?
Yeah, it's something to do with the cache. So if I save it and then I make some changes, for some reason it does not build. So I have to start from scratch. Like if there's some mistake in address or something.
There's
So
yeah.
basically, I guess that happens whenever you add a new MD file, because Gatsby builds static pages from the MD file side, so and keeps them under cache address. So if those MD files or HTML files are not there, which are built from Markdown files, and that might be the reason which you see the page. So does the server stop, or it only shows error in the log?
No, the server doesn't stop. It's just, I think, some GraphQL error. It doesn't load the blog.
Okay.
But it gets resolved when when I started from scratch again. But suppose I save a file with a wrong address of an image, but I correct it later. Even after correcting, I think it's something to do with the cache. It gets stored over there and doesn't load later on. So I have to delete everything and start there.
Okay. When you do so, do notice that after stopping the server and starting it again, it should mention that there something like there is a change in your cache directory, so cleaning it out and building it.
Yeah.
If it says so, then that is exactly what is happening. If that is not, then there might be some other issue which will happen. But what I think that is the exact reason. But still, you can try it out.
Okay, sounds good. There's also some problem, like some Mac specific problem that Lee was telling me I couldn't understand. Yeah, because I can't run Layer 5 right now, like locally. Some IMG tag issue. I'll take a look into that. I think something to do with the node modules. I'll have to see. Yeah, so I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's all from my end.
Cool. So if we don't have anything else to discuss, I guess we can stop here. Everyone sure, right? Nothing else to discuss. Cool, I guess. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you for joining the call. Bye bye. See you guys in some other calls that we have in the week.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye bye.
See you.